Hello, I'm Lou and welcome to my art channel. So it's that time again to do an unboxing art subscription box. This week we have the Upcrate box. This one is number 47. So let's check out what we've got inside and make some art with it. Okay, so I've got quite a nice bright red there. Oh, stuff already falling out. Look at that in a moment. We have the bottle post there. I've got a few sheets of paper. Try and grab those. Well, that's interesting. I'll have a look at all of these in a moment. Let's just get everything out of the box. So I'll go through the bottle post and everything in a moment. Let's have a look at the actual art supplies. So as I said, this is number 47. So okay, there's quite a lot going on in here. Whoa, okay. So we have a few paints here. So these are by Amsterdam and they're Expert Series acrylic extra fine quality paints. This one is, oh my gosh, Pyrrole Red, and it's 20 milligrams, so it's from Royal Talons. Okay, so we've got a red there, and we also have ultramarine, same again, and titanium white, permanent green deep, and permanent lemon yellow. Okay, so we've got a nice selection of colours there, and we also have, what have we got here? Got highest grade water-based glue masking tape, 20 meters from Art Space. Okay, it's not a tape that I would use or have ever used, so yeah, it's quite interesting to see something like this in a art box. So yeah, interesting. Okay, we have an Upcrate. I don't know what you call these, like a squeegee. I'm not entirely sure what these are actually called, but yeah, they're quite interesting. So I think you'd like spread paint with it. So yeah, and we have 2 lollipop sticks. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so we have the bottle post here. And the artist, it looks like Amber Victoria, is the co-captain for this month's box. Pretty cool effect there. So it just gives you a brief description of the art supplies that are included in this box, and then so yeah, it's a squeegee. So, and then wooden stirring sticks as well. And then the paper is My Tientes number 111 DNA 5 cancelled paper. So it's double-sided, honeycomb grain and fine grain, 160 GSM, and yeah, there's 3 sheets. And this is the co-captain or artist of the month. Have they changed it? I don't know. Yeah, co-captain, and it is Amber Victoria. Pretty cool. This is her style of art, just pretty abstract and cool. It's like a unique way of working with paint and texture and stuff. Yeah, so that's really cool. Quite a lot of her art there. And then tips on how to use the art supplies, and there is a QR code to a video as well. And art out of the box with Katrin, so like playing around with the tape, which is pretty cool. And then we have the sailor Judy in the Skynet. Do follow her on Facebook, she's amazing, really like her style. Very creative. and then a good way of mixing up the colours, so you get quite a selection of colour. And then the Upcrate Battle for Circular Village. Yeah, I like this. This is pretty cool. And then the prompt for this month is liquid forms. Okay, so it's just, I suppose, just being quite abstract and liquid and flowy, I guess. So yeah, not bad. And we have the sticker sheet of the art from the Co-Captain Amber Victoria. Really bright colours. And not interested in advertising. And then this is just a print of her art, which is pretty cool. And just a little bit of information on the back. And then this is the paper. So yes, I don't know if you can see that one on camera, but there is quite a texture, quite a grain on there, and different on either side. So yeah, and there are definitely 3 sheets to work with. Okay, so that's what we've got to work with. Yeah, I'm just going to go with the flow, have a bit of fun with the paint, and see where it leads me.
You should see the city lights tonight. I don't think they've ever burned this bright. Did you know when how everything would turn out? We learned to run, we learned to fight. Sooner or later we can become strangers. Someday, somewhere, we can be new again. We can be anything that we wanted to be back then. Just wait, just wait. If I only knew how to make it true, we could write a new ending for you. You can pick and choose. All you gotta do is play the whole thing through. And if I only knew how to make it true, we could write a new ending for you. You can pick and choose. All you gotta do is play the whole thing through. I wanted to be saved before we lost our way. We were picture perfect, but below the surface I wasn't okay. I made it look the way. I'm saying you deserved it. Sometimes it just happens that way. Sooner or later we can become strangers. Someday, somewhere, we can be new again. We can be anything that we wanted to be back then. Just wait, just wait. If I only knew how to make it true, we could write a new
Okay, so we're at the end of the video. It is going to be a short one. This is the art piece that I created. It is quite abstract and simple. I basically, using the tape, I just did a border and then cut down the middle and created smaller strips of the tape, and then just randomly put them in places to create that abstract look. I then came in with the paints and just blobbed different colours in various different places. And then from there I used the squeegee and pulled all the way down. Because I did go over the middle twice, it did muddy the paint a little bit, and I was pushing quite hard, so it actually did bleed under the tape. I don't think the tape's an issue, that you can get nice clean lines with the tape. Especially using a wet medium. I think it was just because I was really pushing down and it just bled underneath the tape. So yeah, I don't fault the tape. I think it's quite a good tape. The colours are really bright and vibrant. I really like them. As you can see, there are areas where you can see how bright and vibrant these are, and they cover quite well. So yeah, I'm not disappointed with the paints. I'm glad that we've got a nice variety of colour there. The squeegee does work really well. I'm quite happy with it. It's quite cool to have that in the box. I didn't really use the sticks for this art piece. And the paper actually held up really well. It didn't warp too much. It is a little bit thin. And you can see the texture through the paint, but I quite like that, to be honest with you. So it's not bad paper. I don't fault it really. As for the different tips and tricks, there was only one page in this booklet that actually gave tips of how to use the art supplies in the box, and it's very basic. It would have been nice to have a little bit more technique and different ways of using it, something like how they would have created something like this. So it was a little bit disappointing that that was all they've included in the box, but I guess this is the kind of box that you would just play around with and just see what works, what doesn't work, and just have a bit of fun. As I hate wasting paint, when I pulled down the paint there was quite a bit of paint on the squeegee, so using one of the spare bits of paper, I did just blob it around, trying to see if I could create something with it. It looks really muddy and just awful, but you don't know unless you try. So I did end up wasting one of the papers anyway, but I like the different blends of colors in there. I think that's really cool. It's just messy, and it's just a waste. I did end up using the other bit of paper, and I really had a good idea. I thought I had a really good idea, but I did give up on it, mainly because the paints for some reason just wouldn't layer. Whenever I dragged, it just pulled the paint off of the layer below. So I kind of just gave up on this idea. So the idea was creating a scene with clouds and then landscape and trees, and I actually cut out the moon and stars with scissors from the tape and just stuck that on there. And yeah, so I just drew out the clouds and then applied the paint in that area and then swiped, and then once that dried I did the yellow and swiped down, and then I was trying to create a darker layer each time with the clouds. So I drew out the cloud and did this orangey kind of very light orange, and then just dabbed the paint on, and then when I swiped down it just wouldn't stick. In some areas it has, but it's just very patchy, and it just ruined it for me, to be honest. I realise now what I should have done is cut out the shapes with the tape and then stuck it down, and then I would have those crisp lines, and it would work better. So I did learn from it. I did make a mistake. I thought about it where I went wrong, and I know for future what I should have done. So unfortunately I did waste the other bit of paper because you only get 3, but it is what it is. It's all about experiment and just seeing what works, what doesn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's okay really. It's a learning curve, and that's what art is all about, is experimenting. So yeah, I also wanted to mention in the back of the bottle post there is a little bit of Upcrate news, and that is they are going to be there's not going to be a paper bottle post anymore. It's going to be an e-magazine which is online, and I think that's an amazing idea. I think that's the right way to go. One is it saves on paper and helps the environment, but it also mentions that because there will be less weight in the box, because they won't have this magazine in there, it means that they will include more paper, and that's what I have been screaming about for these Upcrate boxes in my previous videos. I think in order to use the art supplies and really get to grips with them, you need as much paper as you can get in the box, and having 3 bits of paper is just not enough in my opinion. So for the fact that they have listened to the subscribers of these boxes and have taken in that they do that we do want more paper, and they've done a work around that, I think that's an amazing thing that they've done. So I just wanted to point that out in this video. I know this isn't the type of art that I would normally do. It's very not my style, but I really do hope you like what I've created, and I would love to hear your views on this box, so please do leave a comment down below. But for now I'll leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. Please do give me a like, share and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, take care, bye.